For months, the issues dominating the midterms have been no secret. The economy, inflation, Putin's war in Ukraine, immigration. But Politico's scoop that the Supreme Court has voted to overturn its Roe v. Wade precedent threatens to introduce a volatile new dynamic into the midterms. If the court's final ruling on abortion looks anything like the draft opinion written by Justice Samuel Alito, it will shift attention to state governments, making already critical governor's races even more important. 36 states are electing governors this fall, including some of the nation's biggest swing states. Think Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. They're also places where the end of Roe v. Wade would have immediate sweeping impact. Abortion hasn't typically been a major issue for huge swaths of the electorate, but overturning Roe could change that. In particular, it could benefit Democrats, since polls show most voters don't want to see Roe v. Wade overturned. Now, Politico's election forecast already rated all of these races, and we're not going to factor in an overturn of Roe v. Wade until it's official. But here's where we could see the biggest impacts. First stop, Pennsylvania, a toss-up governor's race. The Commonwealth doesn't have a trigger law currently on the books that would make abortion illegal if Roe were struck down. But it's a possibility that if Republicans flip the governorship, they could combine with the GOP-controlled state legislature to pass new abortion restrictions. By contrast, State Attorney General Josh Shapiro, the Democratic nominee in waiting, is campaigning as a bulwark for abortion rights, promising to veto any limits. Next up, Michigan. Since its 1931 law banning abortion was never repealed, it would automatically go into effect if Roe was overturned. First-term Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer is already suing to have that law invalidated. Polls show that Whitmer, one of Joe Biden's finalists for a running mate in 2020, has held up better than some other swing state Democrats. I have her re-election bid rated as lean Democratic. It's the same situation across Lake Michigan in Wisconsin, where an 1849 law criminalizes abortion. The contest for governor is in our toss-up category, and incumbent Democrat Tony Evers is seeking to elevate the issue. His spokesperson said after the draft was published that a Democratic governor is the only thing stopping Republicans from enforcing the pre-Civil War law. In all three of these states, Democrats currently hold the governorship, but Republicans have majorities, though not veto-proof majorities, in the state legislatures. So which party controls the governorship could determine the future of abortion rights there. In other places, Republicans have a trifecta that's controlled the governorship and both chambers of the state legislature. In Florida last month, Governor Ron DeSantis signed a bill modeled after the Mississippi law, banning abortion after 15 weeks that's currently before the Supreme Court. It takes effect in July, 4 months before DeSantis faces voters again. But while both major Democratic candidates, Congressman Charlie Crist and State Agriculture Commissioner Nikki Fried, are trying to make abortion rights an issue in their campaigns, it's a steep climb to beat DeSantis given Florida's drift to the right. I'm rating that race likely Republican. Another likely Republican state, Texas. But the state, which has been an incubator for anti-abortion legislation, is likely out of reach for Beto O'Rourke in such a tough electoral environment for Democrats. If the court does hand down a decision like the draft, it could rock those 5 races and countless others. Until next time, I'm Steve Shepard.